The second time I'm doing this. I'm headed to, what do you call it, on my weigh-in.
Turn right on Boulevard Newman. In 900 feet, turn left on Rue Leger.
Yeah, so sometimes if I shut the hell up, it's because I'm trying to listen to my GPS. I have to go to my weigh-in tonight, so I don't have to do it tomorrow morning because it's my first competition since 2019, right? That was when, and then in 2020, that's what you know, the whole pandemic thing, so everything got locked down. And as promised, I'm gonna start documenting and you know, my journey more and more. Like, not only what I do like at the gym, which I haven't been doing a good job of lately, but we had restrictions in regards to how many people could be on the mats, and then we didn't really want to film all that yet at that point. So anyways, but now everything's up and running. Competitions are back up for judo, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And let's see here. So I actually missed the first competition. It was in November. Wait, sorry, what are we now? Or December? Yeah, it was sometime in November, or October. I forgot. But anyways, a couple of weeks ago, and I missed that first one because I had it coincided with a yoga course that I had to take. And I'm not taking yoga courses, guys, because I want to teach it, but I'm taking the course. I took the course because I want to learn the practice.
Turn left on Boulevard on Grignon.
Okay, sorry, GPS again. So I want to learn the practice and then do it at home. And it was the last practice that I needed to complete my Hatha Yoga practices, right? Because Hatha Yoga, you have about, I think it's 3, 2, anyways, like, I don't want to start counting here, but let's say I got that one, you got that. I got like 4 or 5 practices that are the main practices for Hatha Yoga, right? So I learned, that was the last one I needed. Actually, there was another one after that, but yeah. So anyways, and that was the last one offered this year. And the next course, for that specific yoga course that I wanted, that practice, it would have been like, I don't know, sometime mid 2022. So I didn't do that first competition, but this is the second one, and I'm gonna go do it. So I have to drive about an hour away from my place. I'm in Montreal, guys, Quebec, Canada, and I'm driving to this place called Repentigny, somewhere in the east, and I'm gonna weigh in. So I'm weighing in tonight, so I don't have to weigh in tomorrow, because if I weigh in tomorrow, I gotta be there at 9:30 in the morning. The weigh-in would be from 9:30 to 10. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong lane, guys. It doesn't matter, I know how to shortcut this. I'm still in the area it's in my area, so I know this pretty well. Yeah, so I don't feel like waking up. I would have to wake up basically at when would I have to wake up? I would have to wake up I'd have to leave my place at least 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that means I'd have to wake up like around 6 or 7. I'm like, nah, you know what? I'd rather just get it done tonight, and that'll be that. If you guys have any questions, just let me know and I'll read them. Well, as you know, when I can read them, I'll read them and I'll answer, and you know, just say hi, whatnot. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I'm just doing this live here just to kind of entertain myself and maybe entertain you guys a little bit at the same time. So let's see here. Yeah, so instead of doing that, I'm gonna go like right now it's about 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to weigh myself. Weigh-in finishes at 8 o'clock, so I have about an hour and a half left. It takes me about 50 minutes, an hour to get there, so I'll be there on time. I'll weigh in, and you guys are gonna laugh, but guess what? I'm 42, so I registered to be in my weight division, right? Age division, sorry. So masters, whatever it might be. And then from there, also I'm 66 kilos.
Turn left on Boulevard on Grignon.
So in pounds, oh shit, I gotta go back again. Okay, so in pounds, that actually means 145 pounds. So I was gonna cut weight today, right before doing this, you know, so I would be at 145. I'm actually at 149 right now, so I got like 4 pounds to cut. But then what happened is that when I registered, there was nobody, right? I registered about a week and a half ago. And today, yesterday, there was still nobody. And what happened was my coach.
Turn left. Then
Well, actually,
turn left.
okay, sorry, give me a second, guys. I gotta focus here so I can get on track.
Turn left.
So the
Then
event
turn right.
organizer, so the event organizer organized it, contacted my coach and said, hey, listen, your boy registered for, masters, right? 66 kilos and Newaza, so for the ground competition. Problem is we got nobody for there's not a lot of at least not for this
right.
competition, there's not
Then
a lot of
turn
old
left on
guys
Boulevard
competing.
Nguyen.
So they're like, okay, but what we could do is that we could,
Turn left on Boulevard Nguyen.
we have one guy for him. We have one guy for him at 73 kilos, for the Tachiwaza. So that means for the stand-up. And then we have another guy for him. So if he could do that with that guy, and we for Newaza, we have a 73 kilo and a 60 kilo, something like that, for the ground. So we could always set him up with that if he's interested. So then my coach asked me, and I'm like, yeah, sure. But I thought of something. I'm like, well, wait a second. If I'm fighting like a heavier dude, essentially, in Tachiwaza and Newaza. So Tachiwaza, for those of you guys who don't know, that's the stand-up part of judo, classic judo. Throw the guy, get a couple of seconds on the ground. If not, you stand up, you back up, and So, and then Newaza is their, it's the ground. It's kind of like BJJ. You actually start on your knees.
In 1,000 feet.
In Newaza competition.
Use the right 2 lanes to turn right.
Let me just think here for a second. Okay, yeah. So then what happens is that I'm like, I thought to myself, okay, well, in that case, how about I just not cut weight? Let me see if I could get that, negotiate that. And so I asked my coach, and he said, okay, he'll give it a shot. He'll ask the guy, because it makes sense, right? Like, what's the point of cutting weight if there's nobody at my weight? I'm gonna be fighting heavier dudes anyway, and there might be a guy that's lighter than me. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there is. Anyways, I remember why they said 60 kilos now, because there's like a 17-year-old in my bracket in Newaza. So I think he might be the guy that's light, because at 17 you might not have finished growing yet. Okay, so sorry about the light, guys. I know it's dark, but I can't really drive around with a light like this because it looks kind of funny. And I think it's illegal here.
Of a mile.
So that's what I'm doing now, guys. I'm gonna go weigh myself in. So finally they said yes, no problem. Just weigh in whatever weight you're gonna be at. Obviously, like they're gonna take it into account if I walk in at 100, like way over what I registered for. But I mean, I'm walking in now at probably like 151, something like that, 150. So that's fine, not a problem. And once I weigh in, then I'm good. So tomorrow the fights start at 12:45 p.m. So I'm gonna leave my place at 10:30, get there by 11:30, get dressed, blah blah blah, warm up, say hi to the coaches, check out, and then and get ready and then fight. Now here's the thing, guys. I effed up my back.
The left 2 lanes to keep left.
I don't know if you guys hear that that person talking. That's the GPS there. But let me just listen to this. Okay, I think I gotta go. Yeah.
Keep left to Route 136 East.
Okay, keep it left. Got it. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, I effed up my back. I messed up my back big time.
15 minutes to Route Dixon.
On Wednesday, like I did some yoga. I wasn't properly warmed up. I pushed on a stretch a little bit too much. It did something to my lower back, and I have like a bunch of injury, guys, and my lower back is one of my limiting factors, and it's something that I've been dealing with. So anyways, I pulled the muscle there, and then I went to practice anyway because I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go light. And then after that practice, man, I was pretty much handicapped. My lower back just like locked out on me, and it took me a while for me to be able to get back to get out of the gym, and then it took me a while again to be able to sit in my car and actually drive home because my lower back was that bad. So then I'm like, shit, you know, I got this competition coming up. What do I do? I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. So then, of course, I took some Advils. I took some. I got these type of Band-Aids with ointment on it, you know, like medicine on it and all that. It keeps it nice and warm. And so I've been swallowing Advils for the past well, since Wednesday, every 2-3 hours, you know, to get the inflammation down. Like 2 Advils, you know, every 2-3 hours to really get the inflammation down there. And I haven't been doing nothing since well, until tomorrow. So now it's starting to feel better. And yeah, so that, and tonight I was actually supposed to go practice for my kata, practice for my black belts, like learn techniques and gokyo and stuff like that. But problem is, what was I gonna say? Problem is, well, I didn't want to risk it. You know, I want to save what I didn't want to risk hurting my back again. So I just took that off. I'm gonna go weigh in, and then I'm gonna chill out. And then tomorrow I'm gonna warm up really well, and I'm gonna do my best. And I told my coach this. He knows that, you know, it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be at 100%, but hopefully I'll be able to. It's not gonna be too bad, right? And if it is, I mean, guess what? I'll just lose or tap out or whatever, or take a fall, you know, and call it a day. But I also want my points, because I did the math on this, and I'm missing 20 points before I hit 120. So, because in judo, you have to get, for your black belt, you have to get 120 points, and then before you could go do the exam, right, for the black belt. So I have 100, and I need 20 more to be able to do the exam. So when you register for a competition, it's 5 points, you know, just for participating. And after that, if you win by Ippon, it's 10. If you win by Wazari, it's 7. So, you know, I might be able to pull off, you know, to get those 20 points with just one competition. But I mean, if I get my ass kicked, then that'll be that. That'll be 5 points, and I got like 15 points to go. So I'd have to go get those in another competition, and I could do like seminars. I could do volunteering work, or, you know, volunteer for like judo stuff, which allows me to get points also. So I really like, my focus this year is the black belt. So everything's going to be geared towards me getting the black belt. So I got to do. I'll still compete and all, but I mean, it's not. I'm not trying to perform really. I'm just trying to get experience in competition, and of course, get better. You know, at competing, by competing, get more experience. That's part of it. And from there, I'm going to. But the main objective is really. I'm in a tunnel now, so now there's a whole bunch of lights. And then from there, maybe, yeah, that's it. Like you got to stay active. That's the way I see it. But my objective is to get that black belt. So once I get my points, after a lot of what, I'll still compete, but I won't. Like I'll do other stuff, you know. Yeah, that's that. So because the exam, I have to get my 120 points and apply and then put in my, like send in my file and all my paperwork for the federation, for the judo federation, by April 10th. Then from there, there's the exam on June, sometime in June. You know, so I got to make sure that I'm not busted up for that exam. So I'm going to be practicing a lot. I'm going to be careful. I'll be competing, but I'm not going to go like crazy or anything like that. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so that's that. I mean, let's see now. That's going to be the main focus this year. And tomorrow I'm going to be filming. I'll try to go live, guys. I'll try to find people there, because with the whole COVID situation, like you have to. There's no spectators allowed. So, you know, and you have to keep. There's social distancing. There's a whole bunch of rules and stuff like that. So I'll bring my tripod and I'll try to get. Sorry, guys, I can't. When you guys are writing, I can't actually read it because it's kind of small, and I don't want to focus on the screen and crash my car and get into an accident and hurt myself and hurt somebody else. What was I saying again? But tomorrow, yeah, I'm gonna bring, you know, I'm gonna bring my camera. This one, I'm gonna try and go live. If I can, I'll try to record it. I'll get somebody to, I'll try to find somebody to film my fights, you know, and yeah, so I'll take you guys along, you know, this little journey here. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm 42. I've been doing judo for like about, how long now? about 6 years, right? And brown belt, and I'm trying to get my black belt, and after that, I'm trying to get I want to win a title, probably start with a Canadian title, and then eventually go after the world title. You know, because in judo, the fun thing is that there's sky's the limit in terms of age. You can be 100 years old and still competing. It doesn't matter. You know, they have a division for that. So that's what I'm doing, and yeah. So document that. Oh, and for those of you guys who might actually be interested, I'm starting another channel soon, and it's gonna be about meditation, yoga, and active living, and essentially, what do you call it? And yeah, just like a lifestyle vlog. Sorry, you know, lifestyle type of channel, and yeah. So I'll be talking about like more, just a whole bunch of stuff that I do, right? Outside of like, you know, like lifting weights and fighting all the time and martial arts, right? Which is like a huge part of my life, guys. And yeah, man. So hopefully some of you guys, if you're interested, when it's up, yeah, I'll put the links and everything. You know, you'll come join me over there. And for those of you guys who don't care about that, that's all good. Like, I'm still gonna keep this. This is still essentially like my main channel. Yeah, and you know, it's about fitness, martial arts, the journey. You know, how to stay fit for martial arts, how to, you know, avoid injury, or at least as much as possible anyway. And yeah, the mindset of it all, and yeah, it's just fun, guys. Martial arts is just like a great thing. So anyways, I don't really have anything left to say for you guys. Oh, so I'm gonna start making some more videos soon. Lately, I've been only posting videos of clips from the podcasts that I've done, and yeah, I'm gonna get another podcast going. I've been kind of slacking in the sense that, like, I've been really busy I was like practicing my yoga and all that. But now that I've completed most of my, like, all of my courses for this year anyway, I think there's actually maybe one or two. No, there isn't. I think there's one more. That's it. Like, I learned pretty much everything that was there, that was offered, right, at that specific studio. The only studio actually in Montreal that teaches Hatha yoga. So Hatha yoga is essentially like classical yoga, you know, like the real stuff. Not the real stuff, but the original real stuff. And after that, everything else is like an offshoot of that. And I learned that from the Isha Foundation, right? And there was only one teacher in here in Montreal. Luckily, it was actually two, but one of them I think moved somewhere else, moved to Ontario. And yeah. So I was really into that, and I kind of lost track of time, you know, just focusing on learning my practices and all. And it's gonna, like, one of the reasons I'm doing it, the main reason is for a spiritual process and for my meditation. But the side benefits is that I think it's gonna heal up my body. Like, as crazy as it might sound, you know. But I don't want to get too much into details about that now. And if I'm rambling and mumbling a lot, well, rambling, I always ramble. Going off tangents, I always do that, for those of you guys who know. But I'm hesitating because I'm focusing on driving at the same time. So I'm trying not to kill anybody, and myself included. But this is gonna be good, man. The back, man. So hey, listen, guys, this is the way I'm looking at it. The guy I'm fighting at 73 kilos in Tachiwaza. He is actually, I looked at like, there was some information regarding his date of birth. So he's born in 72. I'm born in 79. So that means he has 7 years over me. So he'll be like 49, maybe 50 years old, and he'll be heavier than me, but he's older than me. So depending on what kind of shape he's coming in, like, I might have an advantage there, because guys at that weight are a little bit slower, and of course we're older too, so we're obviously, you know, not as explosive and have as much endurance as we used to have when we were young. So I might have a chance there, but we'll see how my back holds up, and we'll see. This guy might be like a force to be reckoned with. Like, there's a lot of guys like that, and he might just whoop my ass, but that's okay. It's gonna be all fun and games for the experience. And then after that, like, in the other category, we have for Newaza, I got two guys, One of them. So, oh, by the way, that first guy, I'm probably gonna have to fight him twice. So whoever wins, like the first time, well, then we have to have another match. I think that's what happened. I remember the last time I had that situation where I only had one guy. I had to fight him twice. So, so we're gonna fight twice, and then I guess if it's 1-1, I don't know what we're gonna do, if we're gonna fight a third time, or it's gonna depend on how we won. You know, like if we won by Ippon or Wazari, they might do a third one. I'm not sure. So those of you guys who know, like, you know, like you can just comment down below. And for the Newaza, I got these two younger guys. So one of them is 17, the other one is like 20 or 21. So the thing is, with the 17-year-old, we'll see, but generally they're not fully grown yet, so I might have a strength advantage there. And they're supposed to be my weight category, kind of. You know, they didn't specify that, so I'm not sure. They're just like, oh, light. yeah, light. So they just put, you know, so whatever. And the 20-year-old, well, it depends on the, like, everybody's different. There's 20-year-olds that are like really developed already physically, you know, and if they're training hardcore and stuff like that, they're gonna be really hard to deal with. But then there's 20-year-olds who aren't that developed yet, and maybe not as mature and not as competition minded. So then we'll see what happens there. But on the ground, if my back holds up, I should do okay. And standing up, we'll see, you know, honestly, because I'm at 150 right now. The guy I'm going up against is going to be 73. So 73 is 160 pounds. So I'm 150 right now. So it's a 10-pound difference, not the end of the world. You know, so that's what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm just, the important thing for me is, one, not to get hurt. Two, well, just have fun, you know, because it's the first competition. So I'm really there for the points, but at the same time, I play to win. But at the same time, I'm injured. So, you know, it's just part of, you know, the process. No big deal. And it's a way to kind of see where I'm at, and also to was looking to grease the groove, you know, to oil up, to get ready, you know, like a, I wouldn't say an initiation, because I've been competing in judo a lot since I started judo, but it's definitely going to be something. It's like for those of you guys who speak French, if there's anybody from here, like décrassage. So it's kind of like getting the mat rust off, so to speak. Ring rust, mat rust. You know, that's the best I could come up with, guys. So that's the idea behind it. And yeah, I'm just gonna do all the competitions I possibly can. And after that, if everything is kosher, injury-wise and all that, there's a Kosen competition coming up on the 18th at the Shidokan. For those of you guys who don't know, Shidokan is a pretty famous club, because it used to be where the national team trained until they moved to the INS, which is the Institut National of Sport, you know. INS is in French, right? In English, it's something else, I think. But yeah, so it's a pretty... Kosen is essentially judo, old school judo rules, you know. So you can grab the legs, and then it's, you don't win with just one ippon. You need 2 ippons to win. And if you throw a mofo on the ground, well, it continues on the ground. I'm not sure about the pinning rule though. I have to check on that. But $20 for that competition. And for this competition here, I paid 67 something. This is Canadian, guys, so it's even less if you're in the US. So for like yeah, for 2 competitions, for Tachiwaza and Newaza. Give me a second, guys. Here, I'm gonna change lanes. Don't want to kill no one. Okay, yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So cheap, guys, really cheap. So 67 bucks. Let's call it 70, whatever. Round off numbers. 70 bucks for, you know, a ground competition and a stand-up competition on the same day, right? That's pretty cheap. And for those of you guys who do like BJJ competitions, I don't know about over there in the States, but over here, you know, like in Canada, Quebec, oh, Quebec it's legal now, so they all do it all in Ontario. But it's like close to
In
like
1.2
$100 a pop,
miles.
man,
Exit to sortie 15N, on Route 25 North.
per competition.
Laval.
And then after that, I got this COSIN thing, $20 to participate. Like, man, if there was a competition every weekend and it was $20 every weekend, then I would go every weekend. Because to be honest, like the only way to get good at competing is to compete. And you know, like there's a and I know it sounds silly, but that's the way it is, because you have to get over the lights, you know, so the stress, the anxiety, like the bigness of the event, you know, because when you get over that, like it's just like another day at the office. You're desensitized to everything. You go there, you do what you have to do, you know the rules, you're not stressed, and yeah, you just gotta acclimatize. Am I saying that right? You gotta get used to your environment.
In half a mile.
Yeah.
Use the left 2
Anyways.
lanes to exit left.
Okay, let me just focus here for a second. Where am I going? Yeah. Okay. I'm on the right track. Yeah, so that's that, man. Like, to get good at competition, you got to compete, and you got to get it where you can get it. And if money was an issue, I would travel and compete all over the place. Now, except for the States for now, and the reason for that, thanks guys, I saw a good luck, so that's awesome. I'll definitely like make a video to wrap it up and share you guys like what happened and how it went and blah blah blah, what I learned and what I did well, what I didn't do well, you know. So pray for me, guys. The important thing is for me, number one, not to get hurt. Number two, well, I'm gonna have fun if I don't get hurt, obviously. Yeah, that's it, man. It's part of the process. So you just gotta compete. To me, honestly, my mindset coming in, I'm playing to win. Focus. I want to kick some ass. It's a game to me. I want to throw the other guy. I want to get it over with quick. And that's all it is. It's honestly, it's no big deal. Like, it's just fun, and it's a way to showcase where you're at in your evolution as a judoka. So if you want to get, if the ego part, my ego, the ego aspect of me, right, would say like, okay, I want to show off. I want to, you know, show off like what I could do, you know, and demonstrate that on my opponent. So that's part of it, you know, like it's a psychological mind game that you play with yourself, and it works for me. Everybody's different, man. There's no right or wrong way to go about it. But to me, it's really just about, it's a game. I'm excited. I'm there to have fun. There to kick some ass, you know. Kicking ass means, in this case, just throwing the guy, pinning him, or submitting him. And that's it. Like, I have no hatred or violence or none of that stuff towards my opponent, because my opponent is, well, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have anybody to compete with, you know. So we kind of, there's a lot of respect there, you know, and I think that's a really cool thing. Oh man, traffic. So I got an hour left. It's okay. I'm probably about half an hour away now. So that's what the GPS said. So can't wait, man. Listen, guys, I'm gonna call it a night for now, and I'll weigh in and then drag my ass back home, and then from there, what's this? And yeah, thanks guys. Somebody wrote something, keep repping judo online and kick some butt and stuff like that. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I definitely will. Like, judo is really like my main sport, and the BJJ, I'm trying to get back into that, and hopefully I'm still gonna train that. But man, the problem with the BJJ at my club for now is that it starts really early on the weekdays. You know, it's at 4:30, and sometimes it just doesn't allow for me to do other stuff. So anyways, but that's just excuses, you know. I really should start waking up at a more earlier and more consistently. Waking up earlier consistently. Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's that. But yeah. Okay guys, I got nothing left to say, and it's not like if I could really read your questions and answer them, because while I'm driving. But hey, I'll keep you guys updated. You guys will see what's up tomorrow. make a little video afterwards, and yeah, man, can't wait. I'll be back to making some videos, answering a whole bunch of questions that people ask, and doing some more podcasts. Hey, if you guys have anybody you want me to reach out to get on a podcast, then let me know, and I'll reach out to them, and then yeah, I'll try to get them on a podcast so we could talk martial arts, judo, grappling, striking. Oh, one of my buddies is fighting. There's a MMA event in Ontario. We're not sure where in Ontario, but we'll find out. MMA, amateur MMA, on the 29th of January. He's busting my balls because he wants me to do some, and I've been helping him train and all that. He thinks I'm good to go for amateur. Part of me wants to, another part of me like it seems like it's too much, to focus on, like judo, BJJ, MMA, and also it's always a time and a money thing, right? So that's why I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll try to set it up eventually where, I don't know, maybe people could donate something, to my channel, or do some kind of Patreon thing. I have no idea what I would have to offer you guys more than what I'm actually doing. Oh no, that's not true. I could probably think of some stuff, but make it so that it's actually worth your time and investment, so to speak. Yeah, but it's always a question of time and money, mostly money, right? Because if you had money, you can kind of like you can buy yourself time, in a sense. So if I had money, which like I do, but I don't have a lot. But if money wasn't an issue, I would be competing all the time. So that's why. But my whole life is about training and competing. And now, well, there's the whole yoga thing that I'm really into. Hatha yoga, not like all the other stuff that, in my opinion, whatever. Like they're probably doing it all wrong.
Continue on Auto Route 25 North. Then use the right 2 lanes to exit right to Sortie 80, Auto Route 40 East, Trois-Rivières, Quebec.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Just 1 second.
2 lanes to exit right to Sortie 80, Auto Route 40 East, Trois-Rivières.
Okay, just getting on right highway, switching lanes, and going at the right speed so don't get killed. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now, guys, because I'm gonna start hitting like about 100 kilometers an hour. So at that speed, I can't be looking better. I focus on the road. On the road. Actually, wait, no. It's,
Boulevard El Picard.
Yeah, I gotta focus. All right, thanks, guys. Hey, thanks, guys, for wishing me luck, and yeah, little prayers I don't hurt my back or get hurt at all, and yeah, I'll give you guys. You guys will see. I'll let you guys know regarding what happened with that competition, and hopefully I have some good footage for you. And yeah, that's it, first competition, but I'll definitely have more and more as I keep competing throughout the season. And yep, that's it, guys. I gotta focus now. Yeah, it's going fast and there's a lot of cars, so I don't want to make any stupid blunders there. Okay, have a good night, guys. Peace.